Hey, what's happening? It's Kieran here, and today I thought I would do a different style of video, a more conversational video. I've explored one or two of these in the past, but I really just feel like it'd be nice to share and just to document sharing and my own experience, my own growth, my own challenges, everything that I'm going through. And the reason I want to do this is because I feel that so many of us have similar experiences, but we may not openly speak about them, or we may not listen to other people experiencing them, so we feel alone. We feel like we're going through this, and I think sometimes just recognizing that we all go through this journey in different ways, and that there are other people who are going through the heights of joy and like the lows that come with life, and just being reminded of that can be really powerful in making us not feel alone. So yeah, I just want to start recording, and I'm going to start recording, and I am recording more of these videos now. So yeah, this is the first one of this kind, I suppose. And what it's about is that place between lost and found. Now, I've been feeling this over the past couple of weeks, just in this space between lost and found, and it's almost like something that I experience a lot when I go into spaces of growth, because I go through all these changes, and I've been having these changes. I've quit my job, I'm working as a support coach with someone who I really admire, really excited for that opportunity. I've been living in South Africa. I am going to have to, move country again soon, and I've signed up to things like I'm doing a Vipassana next week, and all these things are happening in my life, all these changes, and some of them quite significant, quite big changes. And I found myself, when they all started to come together, when they all started to sort of be happening, that I was just in that space observing. And I found that I was waiting. After I known these things were happening, I was waiting, and I wasn't taking action. I was sort of just sitting, observing, sort of drifting, I suppose. And that left me feeling a bit just in this space of limbo, because I sort of knew what was coming, and I was waiting, and in that space of waiting, I wasn't really taking any steps. Now, I'm not saying that we always have to be, taking those steps and large steps forwards. I think it's always beneficial to be moving in a direction that we want to be moving. But sometimes it's important just to stop and to sort of recollect where we are and recognise that. But I sort of was just in this moment where I was in limbo, and then I realised that I needed to start recognising again what direction I wanted to be headed, what I was looking to achieve, or the space I wanted to find myself in. And in doing that, I started to make lists of, this is everything that I've got going on at the moment, everything in my head, because I think sometimes we can get overwhelmed. We've just got so many things running through our head, so many things going on. So I did that, and then I was thinking about where it is that I want to be. How do I want to be showing up? And in this process of thinking about that, I really took the time to explore that, and set small goals for me to work towards in order to get to these places, and start to take small actions every single day, just small steps to get to this space, which is a long-term vision of what is in store for me throughout my life. And yeah, just doing that made me feel more grounded. It made me feel like I was in tune with that future, if that makes sense, because I was taking those actions that were connected to it. And I recently had a conversation with a friend, and it brought up this idea that when we are growing, when we are changing, we're no longer this person we've known ourselves to be, because we're letting go of maybe those past habits or those past behaviours or limiting beliefs, and maybe stepping outside of the person we've always known ourselves to be. But we also don't really know who it is we're becoming. We have this idea, we have this direction that we're headed, but we don't have a pinpoint, of what that looks like. And I think this is where we have this space between lost and found within ourselves, is this unknown, this uncertainty of who we are. who are we without these stories? Who are we without this past hurt or without this job that maybe defined us? Who are we outside of those things that we choose to define us? And when we let go of them, who do we become? Or who do we allow ourselves to be? Or how do we allow ourselves to be more of our authentic selves? And this is something I've really been experiencing and recognizing that we all go through this. We all go through those moments of growth and this moment of discomfort where we feel ungrounded, where we feel a bit in limbo, and it can be uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. There is discomfort in this journey because there is uncertainty. And I think the reason I wanted to share this is because we all go through this. We all go through those moments where we change, those moments where we are no longer who we've known ourselves to be and we don't know where we're going. And the message, I suppose, and what I've been learning is just to be able to be with that. Just to be able to sit with that discomfort and know that that's part of the journey. Know that as we grow, we will go through this range of emotions. And in life in general, we'll go through a range of emotions, and each of them is valid, each of them is allowed to be there, and we can honour that. And I think the more we honour the space, honour and create the space for us to explore and express those emotions, the smoother that journey is within uncertainty. Because if we're resisting, if we're not expressing, we're creating resistance to that reality. And I think that's where even more discomfort can come. And I think what I'm getting at is that we have to be able to be okay with the discomfort. And the less resistance we show to that, the easier this will pass, this changing. And it is inevitable that we will change. It is inevitable because life changes, always. This moment, this moment, this moment, it's all new. It's all changing, and when we're letting go of what we've known to define us, there's a world of possibility there that can open up to anything. And in that world of possibility, although it's uncertain, although it's uncomfortable, it could also be the most beautiful visualization of where we can end up. And I just want to remind you that when you are going through this journey of growth, and maybe you're doing it because you're on a healing journey, or maybe you're on your spiritual journey, whatever it is, whatever the change is that's happening, and whatever the growth is that's happening within you or around you, just know that it comes and goes, and that in these times when you feel this sense of not being grounded, of being a bit uncertain, just be kind and gentle to yourself. You don't have to have it all figured out. And I certainly do not have it all figured out. I have my ideas, I have my visualizations, I have the things that I'm looking to manifest, that I'm inviting into my life and calling in. But I often don't know the path of how these things come to be, and I don't think any of us do. And I think that's where even more so surrender and acceptance becomes a part of our journeys. So yeah, this has been an interesting topic for me to explore, to share, because I've gone through many iterations of this experience between lost and found, and this was the first time that I felt that I could maybe reflect on it and explore it and actually give it a description and a definition of why it feels this way. And that's just from me exploring it and my own discomfort, and probably from a collection of things that I've heard and learned and everything like that. Of course that contributes. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I hope this finds you, and I trust it finds you, and maybe you know exactly the feeling I'm talking about. Maybe you're going through it now, and I trust this video gives you some comfort in knowing that this is something that we all go through. You're not alone, and just be with it. Know that when you're stepping into that growth, despite the discomfort, it is one of the most beautiful spaces, because we're allowing ourselves that space for expansion, that space for growth, that space to really step into more of who we are, away from lack, away from scarcity, away from limitations. So it's so beautiful, and yeah, I'm just sending you so much love on your journey. A reminder to be kind and gentle with yourselves, and just to honour yourself, and to explore and be open to that. So thank you for watching the video, and I would love to know your experience of this. Have you had an experience? Are you going through this now, and what does it feel like? Does this resonate? What words do you have to share on it? I would love to hear, and I always think it's, like I said, really special for us to share, because then maybe someone writes a comment and someone else sees it and they're like, oh my god, this person understands me, that's where I'm at. It's beautiful, and I really encourage it. So yeah, I look forward to reading your comments. If you like the video, hit that like button. I'm going to start doing more of these videos of just sharing sort of what's happening in life and just reflecting, because I think it's beautiful to document this journey and also share this, because people don't always talk about it, I suppose. So yeah, I look forward to reading your comments. Thank you for being here, and yeah, like I said, if you like the video, hit that like button. If you want to see more of this, then hit the subscribe button, and I'll be doing these more regularly, which isn't hard because I wasn't posting for a while. But anyway, I'll be doing these more regularly. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos, and have an amazing day, have a beautiful week, and remember that you are just this beautiful being. Remember, this journey it comes and goes, all these emotions, all these feelings, and just remember that you're enough. And I'm sending you so much love, and have that amazing, beautiful week. Bye bye bye.